Hello, I'm Joe, and welcome to my channel. So, today we're going to be talking about why I decided to homeschool my son. A lot of people will say, well, you don't have time to do that. How do you do that? Why do you do that? And I'm going to answer all of those questions here for you today. I'm actually just going to give you my top five. I'm going to give you my top five reasons as to why I decided to do this. So, reason number one, I wanted to customize my child's curriculum to be able to reflect my values and my educational goals. Values are enduring beliefs or principles that guide our actions, decisions, and behavior, shaping who we are and how we interact with the world. I believe, for example, that Black history is very important for Black children because it's empowering to know the accomplishments of your people and to be able to be proud of them and to understand that because they were great, you can be too. It just gives you hope and ambition, inspiration to accomplish whatever it is that you may want to accomplish. And they deserve that. They desperately need that after the disservice that has been given to our community in all these years, in all these decades, in all these centuries. I also believe that kids should learn life skills in school. I believe that learning about all cultures is important. I believe that schools should allow you to learn about the box and then think outside of it. And public school these days is incredibly uniform. Number two, I wanted to create a safe learning environment away from systemic harm. This one kind of speaks for itself. We all know what's currently going on with the Department of Education. And personally, I grew up in a school system where racism was very present with the faculty, the students, systemically, it was there all the time in your face. And as a Black student, I didn't know what to do about that. Like, I didn't know what to say to people. I didn't know how to defend myself. I tried to assimilate to fit in so I wouldn't feel so targeted. It was terrible. So I know how it feels to be a child in that environment, and I refuse to knowingly do that to my child. I'm not doing that to him because I see the light in him. I see how joyful he is, how happy of a child he is, and I don't want anybody to be able to take that from him. I want him to be a well-rounded child, able to go anywhere and do anything with anyone. I want him to love life, love the world, and know that this place that we currently live is not the end all be all. This is not the only place that we can live. It's not the only place that we can thrive. It's not the only option that we have. And even though we're here for now, I want him to know that there are possibilities. I want him to know that there are good things and good people out there. So anyway, I'm just not putting my child through that. Number three, teaching accountability and anti-racism as core subjects. Again, as I say, as someone who grew up in a town where they treat Black boys like tokens, I know my child's best bet is to be informed on racism and how to maneuver through life, knowing that it may always be something that's opposed to him. I don't do that to scare him. I do that so he has a chance to fight, a chance to stand up for himself, and to stand up for himself in a way that matters. And you can't really do that if you don't know where who your threat is or where it's coming from. But I also want him to know that just as racism exists, we can still be open-minded to other cultures and ideas because we are better than that ideology. However, in honor of all the people who fought and died for us to have the comforts that we have today, we owe it to them to tell our children the truth about their plight in this country, about our plight in this country, and the battle that may come to them if they decide to raise their families in this country. It's not something that should be like stepped over like eggshells. Like, it's something that should be discussed seriously so that our children can start making informed decisions. Because how long have we been here? Over 400 years, and nothing's really changed as far as how we're viewed and valued in the society. So I want my son to be able to make an informed decision on whether this is actually where he wants to spend the rest of his life and where he wants to raise his children and have his family. I think that he deserves that. Number four, building real-world competencies beyond traditional academics. There are so many things that you have to do as an adult that have nothing to do with your job. Kids need to know how to manage their home and their lives. How to garden, for example, how to budget for bills, groceries, how to hunt, how to sew, how to farm. You need to be able to learn some of these things in public school. And you used to be able to learn some of these things in public school, but now I guess that education is a luxury. And so, like, everything that's going on, it just lets you know how you need to be independent. You need to have knowledge of certain things on your own so that if you have to, you can survive. Bum, bum, ba-dum. Number 5. The finale of my top 5. I want to be able to travel. I want to be able to learn anywhere in the world. I want to be able to show my son things that I'm educating him about from different places. And you can't really do that if you're anchored to a school. I don't want to have to worry about missing school because we went on vacation because we both needed the mental relief. I don't want to have to worry about tardies. I don't want to have to worry about Teacher Appreciation Week. I love the teachers, but I'm just saying, if I don't even feel like my son is being educated properly, I don't feel like gifts and everything should be organized for me. I think it's very important for kids to travel. I think it's important for kids to see other cultures and physically be in different environments so that they know how to conduct themselves. So that when they get older, when they go to different countries, they'll know how to respect the country. They'll know how to respect the people. They'll know how to interact with different things. Because as we know as adults, if you go different places, there are different rules, there are different customs, there are different attire. And you have to be prepared for things like that. And you have to prepare for children for things like that. I feel like a lot of people take children places when they get older and they don't know how to behave and they blame the children. But I really feel like that's a responsibility of a parent to expose children to certain environments so that they make sure that they're well-rounded and able to adjust in different places. So yeah, I want to be able to have the freedom to travel globally as a family and be able to learn and be able to be educated and be able to thrive and grow, and it's still count in the world, because a classroom, a physical building, is not the only place that you can get an education in spite of the construct that we have in this country. It's definitely possible to have a little bit more loose of a structure and still be able to get a good education. So that's it. That's my top 5. Overall, I really love the idea of homeschooling. It's really just for me. If it's not for you, that's okay. Whatever is for you is for you. But personally, I just feel like homeschooling right now with everything that's going on is it. And like I said, there are things that I want to do that homeschooling is more convenient for our family. And, it's great. Education is a great thing. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I hope to see you again so that I can keep making content. If this video resonated with you, or if you're curious about homeschooling, parenting, or building a life with values that are similar or aligned with mine, then hit the follow button so that you'll be updated on any more videos that I post. Thanks again for watching. Have a good one.